It's interesting to watch your lack of compassion and empathy and all the 12 and a half emotional ingredients that were spewed out over the internet consistently when you have no clue around what any of it means, nor do you have like for example, with Sarah Trotta, she doesn't have any feeling around hurting people. That's a sociopath. She doesn't have any feeling except for joy when I make a video of what's downloading currently. She gets joy out of that. So she doesn't feel bad that she violently assaulted me. And then she can literally just play it off as if she's the good girl. If you'll understand that little girl who looks like a troll, how she's playing in the low-end world of she works at a resort making $200 a night with no education, with no ability to relate to people on a real level. She just plays as if she does. So, for example, that would look like Sarah Trotta seeing a regular guest and knowing his order and being friendly associated to it, but she doesn't actually mean what she's saying to the dude. Meanwhile, he's over there working off of her provocative seduction, nasty behavior when he's married. He's old as shit too, by the way. So they're training each other subconsciously on how to have no compassion or empathy. And then Kamala Harris is talking about what's possible, while Gary Vee's saying joy and happiness. So he's actually praising Sarah Trotta for abusing me because Mona Van does the same thing. Because if Mona Van had any ounce of feeling inside of her, she would not treat someone like this. You don't treat someone the way that Gary Vee and Mona Van have treated me. You don't treat someone the way any of you have treated me. So what I'm showing you with this Sarah Trotta, who looks like a troll, is it's worse in the low ends of people with less money. Except we have to look at these bitches face to face. And then she'll say, I'm genuine. So she's been getting away with this her entire life. And this is like a low-level new breed of human who's completely insecure, completely insignificant. And she tries to mirror the way you behave. Meaning she's mirroring me. You might even question in your mind when you're standing in front of her, am I talking to that girl? Because you violently assaulted me by showing my content in the secret Zoom meetings. So that's not inclusivity if you don't include everybody. Especially if you don't include the person who's producing the content. This is the ultimate crime against humanity, Sarah Trotta. See, Sarah Trotta thought she was big and bad by trying to abuse me when she was training me on something that I already knew how to do. I understand the mentality of someone like Mona Van. Notice how Sarah Trotta wants to push blame onto Mona Van. There's no feelings in these people, but they're all talking about feelings. Gary Vee, you don't have any feelings inside. Because if you actually had feelings inside you, you would not treat me the way you've treated me. Mona Van clearly has no feelings. She's awkward and strange and weird. And the wizardry of Sarah Trotta is quite incredible. She's very skilled at the craft. She's very violent at the craft. They all are at Sea Palms. And they keep getting away with the violent abuse. They continuously get away with it. Because you can't really pinpoint the abuse. because it's unseen within the air. Doesn't have emotion around anything except for being in bright white light of happy and joy. While they tear everyone down in the process. So she tears everyone down at this club resort that she works at, but none of you, as the guests of the place, say anything about it. That's some weak ass shit. That's some really weak ass shit. She's not from this area. None of these people are. They're violating our civil rights and no one's doing anything about it. And Kamala Harris has built an army with Zoom calls with Obama, teaching them about impossibility, and all this other nasty shit. While they try to subdue you all into their fake friendly. And then you fall for it. And then you get violently abusive, little woman with your big bullshit existence. Well, nobody sticks up for me. And I don't have the ability to stick up for myself because it's against the law to actually have civil rights in my town, because only the elite of CPOMs are allowed to have a voice. So this is the effects of Al Sharpton and his big fat face. See, these people don't actually lead, they actually abuse. And then they teach other people how to abuse just like them. And Sarah Trotta is the evidence of what it means to be a part of it. That's the lessons of the fake news media and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And let's not forget about a Swiftie, a Taylor Swiftie. See, most people don't remember what it was like to have a real job where you actually enjoyed it. Now you just go watch Sarah Trotta and you can see the reality TV show of the simulation that they're trying to create so that only Sarah Trotta feels an uplift on a regular basis, while she always figures out a way to cause trouble and then to get out of trouble. Joy and happiness. Be the bigger person. Genuine. That's narcissism, sociopathic behavior, and the inability to have your First Amendment right. And when you have a beef with someone, you deal with the beef. You don't just pull them into the office and try to assault them sexually like Daniel tried to do to me. And also the other dweeb that I can't remember your effing name, but you tried to do the same thing to me. Imagine being a woman who's been assaulted by Sarah Trotta and all of the staff, who literally has minded her own business and just tried to do her fucking job, and then finally had enough with a parrot robot fatso, to where I said, get the F out of my fucking face. To where Daniel and the other dude who was human resources try to pull you privately into the office to have a conversation where they actually took you off the schedule. And that's the new form of leadership, while Gary says be the bigger person, while Mona Van hosts an Eat Clean party. And that's what they're teaching people on how to run businesses. I can't even imagine what it's like at the Fly Fish Club. I can't even imagine what horrors these people are going to experience as the Fly Fish Club. That is the nastiest shit that's ever been produced. That shit is nasty and gnarly, and you fucking know it, and they fucking know it, and you're all fucking scumbags, which means we are crumbling as a world and as a nation, and it's all on the back of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.